Hey, you're a financial firefighter, Marco Sherrill. Today, what I want to talk to you about is how I'm using real estate to plan for my kids or my son's college education. Okay? So remember, I do work for the Honolulu Fire Department. I do work for RE/MAX Honolulu. All the ideas, topics discussed on this channel are on my own. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here to hopefully help you get started in your out-of-state real estate investing journey. Please like, subscribe, comment, let me know how I'm doing. I want to grow this channel to help other people reach their financial freedom. So the other day, I made a post on TikTok, Instagram. You can find me there, Financial Firefighter. But I made this post, and it's crazy. I got like 16,000 views on it. But now there's a bunch of people commenting and questioning why I'm telling people to do this. Not everybody can do that, but basically what it is, I had a video, split screen video with the real Wayne Hunter, and he was basically encouraging people to use real estate as a way to prepare for your children's future education. So basically what he says is, try to get a property, get a rental property. You hold it 10, 15 years. You're having principal pay down, you're having cash flow, and when the time comes for your child to go to school, you can either sell this property to help pay for your child's education, or you can even 1031 the property, which is an exchange where you defer the taxes, but we can go about that in another discussion. But basically, you do a 1031 exchange and maybe turn it into a fourplex unit where now your child can live in one unit and the other units are paying for your son's or your child's living expense. So basically you can still probably cash flow and your living expenses are now free. So if you get one rental, like I said, you get the principal pay down. If you want to sell it and use the proceeds to pay for your child's education, that's one way to do it. You can also 1031, get a bigger property, and now your child lives in one unit, and then the other tenants are paying the property down and also hopefully generating some cash flow for you. But I got all this feedback from people saying you shouldn't be recommending this. Not everybody can do it. It's not easy for everyone, and I totally agree. Sometimes it's hard to get that first property. It's definitely challenging, and I've had a lot of help. I'm super fortunate. So I'm not saying, I understand it is hard, and especially living in Hawaii, our prices are through the roof, right? Everywhere you look, everything's like $1 million, right? So I get it. It is a challenge. And that's why I highly recommend we have to open up your mind and realize that there's other markets out there that generate cash flow, right? There's other markets out there that are affordable. And that's why you have to get around people, talk to other people that are doing it, but just open up your mind and realize that there's tons and tons of other markets out there in the country that have affordable housing and they have rents that are more than your mortgage payment would be. I get it. It's super frustrating, especially, being born and raised in Hawaii. You realize that everywhere you look, prices are super expensive, right? And it gets frustrating to see other people investing, buying up homes when you're struggling to get a down payment. And I'm not here to tell you that it's an easy process, right? But what I'm here to kind of tell you is open up your mind, right? You can live where you want, but you can also invest where the numbers make sense. That was definitely one of the traps that I fell into. I didn't realize that there were other markets out there that made sense to invest in. You being born and raised here, and you look around and everything is just so expensive. And you're like, how am I going to buy a home? And even when you're saving for a down payment, the properties are typically appreciating. So even if you save 20% down, it could take you 5 years to do that. In those 5 years, now the property just appreciated maybe another 10 to 15%. So now your down payment is not enough, and you got to keep saving. So you're always playing catch up, right? So that is the problem when you're in these markets that do appreciate and do have a high entry point, right? You're always playing catch up. You're always chasing the market. So I get it. It's hard to leave the islands, right? People love living here, and people are always wanting to move here. However, you know, we also have to think about how we're going to build for our future. And to me, that's why out-of-state investing is so important. I'm glad that I started it, but that's the way to get your foot into real estate, start building some wealth. And once you get a portfolio, once you start building some cash flow or generating income, now you can bring that money and invest in something in your backyard, maybe, right? Something that now, because you're generating more income, getting appreciation, principal pay down, all these wonderful things from real estate, you can bring that money and now you can buy something in your backyard that might be a little more expensive, but now that you're generating this cash flow from somewhere else, you can bring your money back and invest in something close to you. So that's the way I see it. Like I said, you know, you can do it in Honolulu, Hawaii. You can invest here, and it can work. It's definitely a lot harder, and you don't have as much wiggle room, and you know the entry point is a lot stickier. But that's why I want people to open up their minds and realize that there's tons and tons of markets, you know, out of state that make a lot of sense, and you can start generating wealth and get in the real estate game. And like I said, I prefer real estate over any other asset class. To me, it is the most beneficial, and it's the most, I guess, easiest to build wealth. Is it hard? Yes. Is it a lot of work in the beginning? Yes. But to me, there's nothing like it, right? Where else can you put 20% down and the bank will pay the rest of it for you? Can you go to the bank and tell them, I want to buy these stocks. I'll put 20% down. Can you fund the rest 80%? No, right? You can't do that, right? So that's why real estate is so critical, because you can put down a smaller portion but get 100% of the asset, right? You put 20% down, but you're getting 100% of the appreciation. You're getting all the principal pay down, right? You're getting all the tax benefits from it. So there's no other asset class out there. And to me, that's why real estate is the way to build your wealth the quickest. And you know, it does take a lot of work in the beginning, and it's not easy. It can be frustrating, but to me, there's no other asset class out there like it. I mean, like I said, it's, you know, that's how safe it is, in a sense that the bank is willing to give you money to buy this asset, right? The bank is not going to give you money to buy crypto. The bank is not going to give you money to buy stocks, right? But the bank is willing to work with you and be your partner in this deal to buy real estate, right? So that's the way you have to look at it. So like I said, you know, I get it. It's frustrating, you know, growing up in Honolulu, Hawaii, where prices are just crazy, through the roof. But that's why open up your mind, realize that there's tons of markets in this country that are out of state that make sense, that you can generate cash flow and start building your wealth, right? So just open up your mind, talk to other people that are doing it, see what they're doing, see what market's doing, find a market that works for you, right? Find where you have a family member, find where you went to school, or find where you have a cousin or a relative, but find someone and just talk to them and figure out which market works for you. So live where you want, but invest where the numbers make sense. And to all those people on social media, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter, that didn't like my post, that are commenting that this is bad advice, you know what, you're entitled to your own opinion, right? I have my own opinion, and you know, I hope that I can help other people realize that this is, to me, the best way to build wealth, right? I'm not saying it's the only way, but to me, this is the way I prefer. And like I said, just reach out, find someone that's doing it, right? Don't listen to all the doom and gloom out there. Realize that real estate is proven. It has a proven track record. It's constantly, if you step back, look at the charts, real estate continuously goes up, right? So, like I said, you know, please like, subscribe, comment, you know, let me know. Good comments now, not comments trying to argue. Well, actually, I like it when people put those comments, because then it helps me become a better investor, because I get to see different viewpoints, and now I have to come up with topics or ideas on how, okay, that makes sense. What this person is saying makes sense, but now I have to do better research or educate myself better to why I feel that's not going to happen, or why they might be wrong, or just, you know, maybe I wasn't looking at things the right way, right? But please comment if you have any comments. But until then, you know, just trust the process, and until my next video, just keep looking for those deals.